COVID cases are on a steady rise in the state of Maharashtra as well. In the last 20 days alone, active cases have increased from 6,400 to 10,441 in the same period. Now, 157 Omicron cases, in fact, were detected in the state. And Mirror Now spoke to Mumbai's civic body officials who have warned of stricter curbs if people don't follow COVID norms. Now, officials are also planning to set up vaccination camps in the state to ensure 9 lakh children in the age group of 15 and 18 are vaccinated.
कोरोना के मामले गए हफ्ते से बढ़ना चालू हुए हैं। हमारा पॉजिटिविटी रेट भी जो 1% से नीचे था वो भी बढ़ रहा है और हमने 2 टाइप की उसमें एक्शन ली है, जैसे प्रिवेंटिव मेजर्स, जो भी बाहर गांव से प्रदेश से जो भी फॉरेन ट्रैवलर्स आ रहे हैं उनका लैंडिंग होने के बाद में टेस्टिंग, स्पेशली जो रिस्क कंट्री से आ रहे हैं या जो अल्ट्रा रिस्क कंट्री से आ रहे हैं, और जो रिस्क कंट्री के नहीं हैं, जो उनको जिसको होम क्वारंटाइन का आदेश दिया गया है उन पे भी हम निरंतर नज़र बनाए रखे हैं। 30 दिसंबर का कोई भी पार्टी होगी नहीं, कोई भी मतलब जैसे होटल है, बैंक्वेट हॉल है, यहाँ पे कोई भी पार्टी का हमने मना किया है। और कोई घर में रह के करता है तो बात और है, कोई सोसाइटी प्रीमाइसिस में रह के करता है तो बात और है, लेकिन उनको भी हमने अपील की है कि अगर सोसाइटी प्रीमाइसिस में अगर आप करते हो तो आपको कोविड अप्रोप्रिएट बिहेवियर का, जैसे मास्क लगाना है, हाथ धोना है, सामाजिक अंतर बनाए रखना, ये आपको करना ही होगा। जो 15 साल से 18 साल के बच्चों को वैक्सीन लगाना है, उसके लिए हमने करीबन मुंबई में अगर बात करें तो 9 लाख से ज़्यादा बच्चे रहेंगे जिनको वैक्सीन लगाना है। तो हमारे जो रेगुलर वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर है, इसके साथ में जो जूनियर कॉलेजेस है उसको भी हमने कैंप में, वहाँ पे भी कैंप लगाने का हमने फैसला किया है। हमको इंतज़ार है कि केंद्र शासन से कोई डिटेल गाइडलाइन हमको मिले।
Let me go across to our correspondent Disha Shah, who is joining us live from Mumbai to get us more updates from the city. So, Disha, we just told our viewers what is happening in the state of Maharashtra. There is a 50% jump in active cases tally in the last 20 days. What is the situation like specifically in the city of Mumbai now that the civic body is actually warning of stricter curbs?
Well, that is right. Firstly, we know for the fact that the new restrictions and curbs have been put in place by the state government here in concern. And as far as Mumbai is concerned, we are looking at a sharp rise in the past 10 days alone. So in a city where, the COVID cases were being reported only about 100, 200 or 300, today, there is a situation where it has jumped to over 800 cases being reported. And this concern is very huge for the civic authorities because the Omicron cases are also on the rise, especially here in the city of Mumbai. So if you talk about, there are 80 plus Omicron cases that have been detected so far in the city of Mumbai alone out of 167 in Maharashtra. So this is definitely serious. And yesterday when the BMC chief did have a meeting with all the concerned authorities, his only main priority was to speed up definitely the vaccination and also to ensure that the COVID protocols are being followed. And how the protocols are being followed, then definitely the marshals should be deployed everywhere at every public place to ensure that people are following the basic COVID protocols. We did see one of the incident just day before yesterday at the Bandra Reclamation Center where there was a huge crowding that took place, and this was after the government put new sort of restrictions. So time and again, the government has been reminding, but at the end of the day, it is up to the citizens to really follow that. As far as the new plan, the new rollout is concerned from January 3rd for 15 to 18 age group. As far as Mumbai is concerned, there are about 9 lakh children who are eligible for this. And for that, they have already started preparing that data. They have started identifying the junior colleges as well as the schools where these vaccination camps can be set up for them.
Right. Disha, in fact, you said it right there that it's for the people to actually abide by this COVID-appropriate behavior. Have you seen a change in the behavioral pattern like you've been reporting from the ground? And considering the cases have doubled up, the civic authorities really need to actually go ahead on a war footing to actually curb these cases. And now that we're looking at a New Year celebration and everything because people would not stop, have you seen any change on ground there?
Public places like markets or stations, we haven't seen that sort of change happening at all, because we have been really getting ground reports every single day from, these public places like markets and station, which continues to be crowded. And we do not see really marshals being deployed there. So yesterday we saw our colleague Shweta reporting from one of the market area where it was crowded. People were not really maintaining social distance, and nobody, most of them were not even seen wearing masks. Even the vegetable vendors who are really, selling vegetables to the people. So this is the basic COVID, appropriate behavior that is still not being followed at certain places. And public places are the ones that we really need to be worried about, because, public places are where there are chances of infection spreading faster. So in such cases, we do not see, even in most of the times, the BMC marshals being deployed there. So at this point in time, definitely monitoring and strict monitoring on the ground level should be done, keeping in mind the New Year's, which is a very big, festival that people really celebrate.
Right, Disha. Thank you so much for joining us. You stay safe out there. Moving on now to the state of Karnataka, which has recorded 289 COVID cases and 4 deaths in just a day. While reviewing the availability of pediatric bed, officials are maintaining caution on cases recorded in children. The Karnataka Health and Family Welfare Commissioner has said that people will be educated of the importance of vaccination and there will be no coercion. The focus will be on areas with low vaccination rates.
If you look at the overall percentage of children getting affected, we are not seeing numbers in terms of, say, a 40% or a 50% rise. It is still within that bandwidth of 10%, 15%. Also, and more importantly, the children who are getting infected have very mild symptoms to asymptomatic nature is what we have observed. However, we need to be cautious in terms of children who may require hospitalization in coming days, in case some of them end up having higher symptoms. While there would not be any full coercion in that regard, we all understand that people need to understand what are the consequences of this. The IEC activity will be under full flow, and we will try to explain the government's objective of why we need to have 100% vaccination even in the category of 15 to 18. We'll wait for the guidelines. We need to, because the concept of precautionary dose does not come into picture for 60 plus unless we ensure that the second dose is taken. So we'll try and prioritize the 60 plus second dose first, along with the 45 plus also. And the figure of 40-45 has more or less been constant over a period of time amongst the due list. So invariably the micro plan is again put into place, and we try to find out which villages, which particular wards the numbers are more, and then we keep pushing.
Our correspondent Revati is on the phone line with more details on this big story. Revati, good morning. We have been seeing that the central government is actually issuing directives and orders almost every day to all the states and UTs to ramp up COVID health infra, also to increase testing and vaccination rate. And now we are seeing that state of Karnataka is actually taking steps towards that. But during this review period, during this entire procedure, are there any areas of concerns or pain points that have emerged that needs immediate attention?
Well, yes, at this point of time, now that booster doses and children vaccination have been announced, private hospitals are in a confusion because they have around 5 lakh doses of Covaxin that remain unused. Most of these expire by the end of December, so they cannot use the existing stock in January as per the latest Government of India directive. Now, what the private hospitals are saying is that the manufacturer Bharat Biotech had also said that they would extend the shelf life. The vaccine can be used up to 1 year from the date of manufacturing, which means that they can change the labels and extend the expiry date so that the existing stock can be used. The private hospitals aren't sure which directive to follow, whether the government's directive or the manufacturer's directive, because they have close to 5 lakh doses of Covaxin, which can be used in January, but because of the government directive, they are in a fix at this point of time. So what they are planning to do now is to write to the Union Health Ministry to understand if they can go by the manufacturer's directive and use the existing stock. Until then, that confusion exists. In addition to that, Karnataka at this point of time is reporting close to around 300 cases per day. That has been the case in the last few months. The positivity rate is around 0.49%. So that way, it's not very alarming. But also the testing is very, very low. There are about 58,000 tests that are conducted in Karnataka per day, whereas the state has the capacity to test more than 1.5 lakh tests per day. So they will have to ramp up the testing also. In addition to that, the private hospitals have to figure out a way as to what they can do about the existing stock, whether they can exchange that for new stock or whether they can extend the expiry date of the existing stock. So they're waiting confirmation on that as well.
Right, Revati, thank you so much for joining us. Revati reporting there from Bengaluru. And with that, I'm slipping into a very short break here on Mirror Now. News continues on the other side as well. Stay tuned.